Hey guys, this is going to be the geometry review. I believe this is chapter 4. So let's get it done. All right, first off, your first part here is going to be the problems we went over in class, which are these algebraic problems, where we're going to have to find the missing side. So when you see these isosceles sides here and here, that means the side across of it. So if I was standing here, I would look at this wall. And if I was standing here, I would look at this wall. The sides across of it has to be the same. So in this case, this also has to be 30. So 30, 30. This one has to be what it is without 180. So 180 minus 30 minus 30 equals 120. So this one's 120. Very important though. If I had put the blue line down here, then y and 30 would match and x would be the odd one out. So make sure you look at the blue lines, or I should say tick marks. They're going to be black to you, but the tick marks in order to see which one should they match to. This one, all the blue lines match. So that means all the angles match. So if this is 60, this should be 60, and this should be 60. So on the left, it's going to be x plus 10 equals 60, which means x ends up being 70. And y, since it's just y equals 60. They're going to be equal to each other, so that makes sense. Over here, the angles, I'm going to put a fake one here, but 52, let's say. So the angles over here, they're supposed to be equal to the opposite ones. So this one should be equal to this one. It should not be equal to that one because I never said that angle matched. So it should be only these two equal each other. You're going to have a fake number. You have to figure out which one's the real number of the two. So 3x plus 10 equals 31, which means you're going to have to actually do some algebra. 3x equals 21. Most people could tell me x equals 7. So make sure you use the right angles. Next one, congruent statements. I'm going to give you a situation where I say I have triangle BCA. That should be congruent to triangle what? In this case, I'm going to go BCA. So I'm going to draw a line on this triangle from B to C to A. From B to C to A, because it was BCA here. So from B to C, it was a 3 tick mark. And from C to A, it was a 2 tick mark. So on the right triangle, I have to make a path, some kind of path that goes 3 and then 2. 3 and then 2. So in this case, I have to start at F, pass by D, get to E to match the same markings I did here, which passes the 3 tick mark, 2 tick mark. So in this case, the triangle is F, D, E. So in this case, the triangle here is FDE because B should match with F because it's between the 3 and 1. D should match with C because it's between the 3 and 2. And E should match with A. E matches with A, E matches with A because they're both between the 2, 1. So I could ask you for the whole triangle. I might even ask you for just a piece of it. So if I said what angle B should match with, you have to be able to tell me that matches the angle F. If I ask you line AB, what does that match with? You have to tell me that matches with line EF. So you got to be able to tell me what it matches with. Part 3, congruent triangles. You will get this on your test, the names. Just a reminder, the names are side, 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 angle, side. Let me put it here. It goes. Angle, side, angle, 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 side, and hypotenuse leg. Sometimes these questions are going to have invisible information. And thus, you're going to be able to tell, or you're going to have to tell, what is the visible information. For example, in number 1 here, the visible information is that these are the same sides. So I have side, angle, side, and over here I have side, angle, side. They match. So because they match, it must be one of the, well, it could be one of these things. And you have an angle in between 2 sides. You have an angle in between 2 sides. So we're going to pick the name that matches an angle in between 2 sides. side, angle, side, because the angle in the name is in between the two sides. Over here, you've got to put in your invisible information, which is the 3 tick mark on here. This has a side that matches a side that matches a side, and the middle side that they share, which means that is going to be 3 sides that match each other, side, side, side. That one's a little easy because you don't have to worry about the ordering or anything. This one, we have some invisible information, and is that these 2 angles are vertical angles, so they match each other. Now in here, I have angle, side, angle. Here I have angle, side, angle. The side is touching the 2 angles. The side is touching the 2 angles. So I have to make the name of a side touching 2 angles. So the angle is ASA. The type of it is ASA. I'm going to actually add, let me add one question. You're going to have you could have a situation, I should say. There's a triangle button, isn't there? You could have a situation where 2 of them don't match at all. So for example, other than it looks like it doesn't match, I don't want it. There you go. So you can have a situation where this one doesn't match with each other. So let's say if I had this, this, and this, and I had this, this, and this. On the left side, it has 2 angles on the side in the middle. So it looks like angle, side, angle. While this side, I have 2 angles and a side on the outside. So it's angle, angle, side. They do not match. Because they do not match, the answer is not congruent. If they don't match, they're not congruent. This one is the last part of the test, which is kind of like the reverse. Before I gave you 2 triangles and you told me what shape it is. Now here, what I'm going to do is give you what type it is, and you got to make it into that type. So right now we have hypotenuse leg. If you don't remember what hypotenuse leg is, a leg is part of the side that makes the right angle, while the hypotenuse is the one across of the right angle. So in this case, I want to check what I have already. I have the right angle and I have a leg. Over here, I have the right angle and I have the leg. So which one am I missing? I'm missing the hypotenuse, which means I need to mark these 2 right here. At that point, now it became a hypotenuse leg. Let's say in an alternate universe where you put it here, on the left, this would be angle, side, angle, which would prove they're equal, angle, side, angle. But the issue is I wanted hypotenuse leg. So it has to be over here. It has to be over there. All right, I hope this helped, guys. Use this to your advantage. If you share this with any other classes, please tell them that they can watch it. Otherwise, good luck and have a wonderful test.